Man, we are pulling some pretty intense hills today. We're putting Chuck the truck to the test.
Sorry, fella. I mean, he's hanging in there. You're just going a little slow.
But we have officially arrived in Maine, and we are pulling up to our cabin now. Should be around here somewhere. There she is, y'all. A little slice of Maine paradise.
Oh my God. This is so picturesque. Can we just buy this property? Can we just have this, please?
We can have it for the next 3 days.
Oh my God. Maine, I think we're gonna like it here.
Well, good afternoon, y'all. As you saw, we've made it to Maine. We're here.
Yeah, well, actually we kind of overshot a little bit and we somehow ended up in Norway. But that's okay, I think maybe tomorrow we'll go to Denmark or maybe Paris or maybe even Poland.
Yeah, we just thought it was really funny. We looked on the map and it seems like every little town and village is named after some other city or some other country. As winter is setting in, a lot of the RV campsites and hip camps and even harvest hosts have been kind of shutting down. So they've been a little sparse. They're out there, but they're pretty hard to find. So we decided to take a brief little pause from RV life.
A viewer of ours actually reached out and invited us to come and stay in this little tiny home that he renovated himself.
Yeah, it's spectacular, you guys. It's like our own little wooden paradise in Maine. And what's that you hear in the
I
background?
was about to say.
What's that crazy rushing sound? That's right, it's rapids of a river. This thing is literally like 10 feet away from its own private riverbank. We really want to give you guys a look around inside this little tiny house. I think it's going to completely blow you away. Later on, we really want to show you guys a lot of the before and after because I think it's going to shock you the transformation that this little shack went through. All right, let's go.
Welcome to our awesome little Maine tiny house.
Is this friggin' sweet or what, you guys? The first thing you notice when you walk in is just how much bigger it seems on the inside than you would think from looking at it on the outside. And that's mainly because they have kind of this half vault ceiling. And this whole style, the whole layout, the way the roof sits, everything is the original floor plan of the house. They've just updated everything.
They really went ham on the wood features in here, which you know that we especially love. The floors are actually the original floors in here, and then they put these raw wood beams across the top. Everything's painted this nice white, so it seems really fresh and open and airy.
Yeah, we love all the raw wood vibes. You know, it just makes everything seem so rustic, like you're one with nature.
Which, I mean, we essentially are.
Yeah, that's thanks to this complete wraparound window view that gives you a perfect viewing to the rushing rapids of the river below.
The rushing rapids of the river below. Say that fast.
It's kind of hard.
That's a good
It's tongue twister.
alliteration.
Rushing rapids of the river. You know, a really hard tongue twister. Try to say toy boat 5 times fast.
I won't.
She refuses to do it now because she can never do it. Try it.
Toy boat, toy boat, toy boat, toy
She can't even say it 2 times fast.
Whatever. I'm not an actor.
All right, we're getting a little sidetracked here. He's also just got some really nice pieces of furniture in here. My favorite is this table over here. It's a live edge piece of a tree trunk that they filled with this blue resin in the middle, but they also filled the edges of it with resin and put rocks inside of it. It's just got like a really cool rustic vibe. The next thing that becomes very obvious when you walk into this little house is that there is no couch. Where the heck is the living room? How do you watch this awesome TV over here? Well, this is the couch. This turned into a bit of a money shot. I don't know. It's not really what I was going for, guys. Sorry. Okay, that's not helping.
Make it nice.
It's not helping at all. You know, technically you could fit 2 people on here though.
You can.
Yeah, up, down. There we go.
All right, now too many jets.
2 are over. Buzz off.
I love that this house is so open concept. It feels almost like one big room, but it is kind of divided into the kitchen, living, dining area in this big epic first room. But the most important room of the house is down here. It is the bedroom because y'all, check out these views. Those views, don't look at this though.
This is the view I'm looking at.
This is exactly why we were so excited to stay here. I mean, that view is amazing, and then check this out. Oh, you just get the peaceful sound of the river outside, all to yourself.
It's like a real life sound machine.
It really
except,
is.
you know, not a machine.
Luckily, there are screens, so no bugs getting in here. I don't think I'm ever gonna leave. Or at least not this bed.
We're gonna have to be squatters.
Yeah. They'll have to force us out.
As if this room wasn't cool enough, they have a fireplace built into the wall over here, conveniently located right next to the bed, so it should get nice and warm and toasty tonight, which is a good thing because I think it's supposed to start actually getting freezing, right?
I think it'll be in the 20s tonight.
Oh no, it was like the mid 70s today.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Weather, what you been doing lately? We just think it's so cool how you can see all the way through it. It's built like a window with fire in the middle of it. How unique is that? And it produces a lot of heat. There are many signs around saying don't touch this. So I shouldn't be touching it.
Not to say.
It's not hot yet, but
Yeah.
it's getting there. They have all these quirky little knickknacks on top of the fireplace. Oh, this is like binoculars. Or a monocular. It's one. Whatever you call that. This thing actually works really well. I just assumed it was not functioning.
Are you gonna spot me a moose or what?
No moose. Sorry.
One thing's for sure, we got one ignoramus right here.
She's made this joke like 10 times off camera. You just been waiting to do that, huh?
We read it on the little game in Cracker Barrel, and it's the perfect time to use it.
Well, you ended up with 4. What does it say there?
Leave 4 or more, and you're just plain ignoramus. Last but not least, we have the restroom area, which is actually really spacious. And y'all, there are heated floors in here, which I am in love with.
Yeah, you operate it right here. I still haven't figured it out, but beep, 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 boop, boop, beep. Done.
You do it, and there's a big old rain shower. And also, we apologize that all of our shots are so close. Eric broke our wide lens, so now we've got a crappier lens.
Yeah, but the good news is it's got that zoom. This is actually the original floor plan of this house. They haven't changed it at all. And that was a strategic decision because technically you're not allowed to build a house this close to the water anymore. But old houses are kind of grandfathered in as long as you keep the positioning of the back wall and you don't change any of the floor plan. So if they built on and added more square footage here, I don't think that it would actually count and they might not be allowed to do that. But this is a really cool way to get a place that basically seems brand new but is kind of illegally close to the water.
Would you say it's dangerously close?
It actually is dangerously close because if you make one wrong step out there, you will slide all the way down to the water, which is only about 10 feet away, mind you.
Maybe that'd just be a fun ride, right? Down the rapids?
I do think people actually canoe down this river. I wouldn't try it. It's way too angry of rapids for me and a lot of rocks. And y'all might remember what happened the last time I went down some rapids. Oh my God, you guys, I might have actually broke my tailbone on that one. The owner just sent me a whole photo album with all these pictures of what the property used to look like before they renovated it, and it is pretty friggin' nuts. So it was actually just kind of an abandoned place, but it had all these furnishings in it, but apparently a bunch of rodents and rats and stuff had gotten in, and there was a ton of termite damage. So they ended up gutting the whole thing, ripping it right down to the studs, removing pretty much everything but the floor and the interior frame, and a lot of that they had to rebuild. Then they had to jack the house up, I guess, to level everything and to build more sturdy supports underneath it. And then once all that was done, they properly insulated the inside of it, ran all the electricity, ran all the water, they ran propane lines, and basically just restored it to its former glory. Or I guess it was never quite that glorious, but made it more than it ever was. Even though they gutted this entire thing, there still are a few things that are original to the property. This door, for example, is the original door. It's very thin. I don't think it's super well insulated, but it's cool that you still have some pieces left over the original house. In the original photos, it also had the same type of paneling on the outside, so it's nice that they kept it kind of in the original style. They also ended up keeping this whole front wall, so this is all the original wood. It was all salvageable, and they just whitewashed the whole thing. It's cool because you can't tell if it's the original wood or if it was kind of like made to look all rustic, but 100% authentico. This is another thing that was originally found on the property, this little metal storage container box. How adorable is this? I especially love the little wooden handles and the retro font on there. This is so cool, just having access to this right in your backyard. Look at that.
Crazy!
It's just insane, man.
Oh, it's just so pretty.
Man, we're always looking at like potential property to buy and land and all kinds of stuff. And every time we stay at a place like this, it just raises our bar a little higher. I mean, now we gotta have rushing rapids at our property.
Literally every time we put the camera away for like 2 seconds, we're both on our phone like in Trulia or Zillow being like, what's available? I mean, just like with the fire going up there and now that the sun's going down, it's actually starting to get really windy and chilly, but it's so peaceful.
that warm weather.
Be gone. That wind blew it all away.
I don't know if we've mentioned this, but they got a friggin' hot tub out here, y'all. I mean, come on.
Fire pit.
All right, get me in this thing. It's so freaking cold, I can't even stand it.
It's so cold. This is not cold though, at least.
We got this baby cranked up to 104.
Oh, it feels so good.
I'm ready to burn. Oh, it might actually be burning me. Whoa, it's hot. Oh man, I'm so relaxed.
It singes the skin.
It's always so much worse when you're really cold. It makes it feel like twice as hot as it is.
It's like pins and needles everywhere.
This is not a bad spot at all. It's a river right down there. Doesn't get much better than that. Oh, by the way, there's a whole other structure on this property. Maybe we'll wait to tell you guys exactly what that is. Maybe tomorrow.
It's not what you would think.
Probably not. Take a guess. What is this building for? It's funny how in its element the Black Series looks over there. You would never guess that there's just a house right next to it.
It really enjoys chilling in the woods. It looks like it's meant to be out here. Truth be told, it was a son of a gun getting it in this driveway between all these trees. Poor Eric had his work cut out for him.
Yeah, luckily I've had a lot of practice over the last few months driving this thing around, so I kind of look forward to the challenge of backing it into a tight space.
He does.
She
I
doesn't.
don't quite look forward to that. I look forward to just driving on roads in it.
Which you do a great job of.
Thanks.
Bedtime, y'all.
Woo! We got the fire going.
We really don't typically need all that much space, but I gotta admit, it's been nice. We've spent so much time in the RV, and it's been kind of nice having a little bit more room. Even though it is kind of a tiny house, it feels big to us.
It feels really big. I've just been walking around realizing, like, I think this might be the perfect space for us. I think the only thing we would add is maybe like a workout room. It
has gotten very cold outside, and we had this fantasy of opening the windows and hearing the creek rushing, but I think it's gonna be too cold, so.
For now, we'll turn on our little fan and have our fire.
That'll do it.
Creek-like.
Good night, y'all.
Good night. Oh, hey guys. Would you have ever thought that this was a yoga studio? How random but amazing is this? It's this huge standalone room. There's no heating or light or anything, but amazing views of the water, and the window behind you means that no matter what crazy pose you're doing, you always see the nature.
Yeah, and you can watch your form, right?
Yeah, that's exactly. Oh, I actually don't like looking at that. It just makes me sad at how long I've done yoga and how bad I still am at it.
They got conga drums in here for some reason. I don't know why. But I haven't played one of these in so long. It's so fun.
I guess I'm done with yoga now. This is your room.
No, you have to yoga to the sound of this conga drum. Well, we're saying a sad goodbye to our awesome tiny house, our private river, our hot tub, our yoga studio.
Oh man, I'm not ready.
Back to the small spaces.
I mean, this is a small space, but this was like a luxury mansion to us.
Yeah, it is basically. But we are going to be changing things up here coming up, so stay tuned for that. We're not going to let the cat completely out of the bag. Also, we're still kind of figuring it all out.
Who knows if that plan will come to fruition with us? It's always a gamble. But
we're horrible at these like cliffhanger things. We never know how to do it. So
it's going to be big or not, or cool or not.
Okay, whatever.
Y'all, we just replaced this starter because it's been giving us trouble, and check this out. Starts up like a dream. Y'all, we were having to crank this thing quite a few times to get it going before. Oh, I love it when a truck trucks well. Well, that was an awesome little break. I hope you guys enjoyed exploring the little tiny home in Maine with us. It's seriously one of our favorite Airbnbs we've stayed in thus far.
You did a really good job on it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. We might have to do it one day. We keep threatening it, but we're getting closer and closer.
If we were to buy land just like this and renovate a tiny house like that, similar to that, what would you guys think? Let us know.
But I guess it is back to RV life for now. Hopefully the weather doesn't get us, y'all. It's getting cold. We're getting a little nervous.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun though.
Always exciting. Goodbye, adventurers.
We'll see you on the road.